And now we have two questions, which might be related together. What are the different levels of thinking involved in meditation? And the second one, what is the role of feelings in meditation? Bart.
Yes, that's an interesting, or two interesting questions, because this allows me to speak about the way that we think in daily life is rather reactive, you could say. We see something and immediately there's a thought, or we have an association with something that we have experienced, and we bring together different, or we have a question from someone and we bring together what we already know, you could say. And this is one daily life thinking, a form of thinking that we know best from our daily consciousness. But this is a thinking that we try to overcome, or we try to bring our thinking into a next phase when we start to meditate. And this has a certain reason. The first reason is that, of course, when we think in this daily mode of thinking, it is closely associated or closely connected with our daily sense perceptions. And these sense perceptions, of course, inform us. We can observe closer. And then Rudolf Steiner gives this exercise to really go consciously into this phase of observing and use your thinking to clarify your observations and to bring your thinking to a focus. And that, you could say, is a big step in your consciousness, already in your daily consciousness. For instance, if I take a spoon like this and I explore my observations of this spoon and connect one thought after the other that are thoughts that are relevant in respect of, or with in relation to this spoon, then I bring my thinking or I give a quality of to my thinking that has this quality of being to the point. In a sense, my thinking is in service of thinking about this spoon. And the more I do this focused and with also a kind of a will force in my thinking, I can explore different aspects of this spoon. In meditation, you can take this a step further, and you can take it away from your daily sense perceptions, letting go of these sense perceptions, but then live into the thinking or the thoughts themselves. And that means that you go from thinking connected with sense perceptions towards a thinking activity itself, and observing this thinking activity. In the first step, you could say, I'm observing the logic of my thinking, or the speed of my thinking, and gradually you can learn to make your thinking more conscious and more flexible and more in service of the truth that you're searching for. And this building of conscious thinking around a certain topic can, in a way, in a spiritual sense, create a kind of a context or a kind of an inner space of thoughts that are all in a logical way and in a relevant way interconnected, so that you can, as we have in our outer worlds, our different perspectives, to see an object from different points of view. In a spiritual sense, you can build up with your thinking a kind of a multi-perspective thought creation. How could I don't find the right word to describe this in English. A kind of an instrument is not the right word. It's a kind of a tool that your thinking helps the essence of the object of your meditation to reveal itself on a deeper spiritual level. So this is how you can go from daily thinking, which is quite reactive, to a very active, a very flexible, and a much stronger thinking, where your thoughts itself can be instruments that you can work with to explore and to reveal the truth of what you are meditating on. And your thinking gets an own dynamic, and it requires a certain schooling to then also control your thinking and to work with your thinking consciously. Now the feeling, it's kind of the same, that you in daily life, your feelings are, we call them also emotions. So I am moved by something that I experience in a certain situation. So something happens and my feelings react to that. But you can develop this faculty, this capacity that you have to use your feelings or to work with your feelings in such a sense that you can tune into the mood, into the quality of the encounter, so that your feeling itself also becomes a way of research and exploration that informs you about how you are inwardly related to the truth or the mantra that you are meditating on. And you can use your feeling capacity in this sense as a complete extra approach to become familiar with this truth or the spiritual being that you encounter in your meditation, just as you can approach it from your thinking. And there's even a third level, and that is the will, that you have your reactions to come into action in the reactive states in daily life, that you someone asks you and you know your capacity to answer this question or to do something to help someone, for instance. But you can also integrate and deepen inwardly this inner capacity of willing, which enables you to put your will forces at service to bring with you in the encounter of the meditation. So to bring it into the meditation, to strengthen your consciousness, your focus, your attention, to bring this will quality into your thinking and to bring it also into your feeling, and to put it also in service of the encounter with the spiritual truth that you are meditating on. So that's my way of answering this question, and I'm sure you and other colleagues have another way to describe this. And that's also very nice that you can have different experiences and different ways to explain how we work. We need a lot of new language to explain what we actually experience and how we gradually learn to meditate.
Oh, thank you very much, Bart. Definitely. Thank you.